Welcome to another episode of the Carlito Monroe Show. I'm your host, Carlito Monroe. And on today's show, I want to talk about Yo Gotti's attorney that's been accused of aggravated rape. And his name is Arthur Horn. This is all Memphis, Tennessee. It's got a report on it, and I was going to play that. But before I do, if you like my show, like what I provide as far as, entertainment news, reaction videos, and different stories of me growing up, hit the like, share, subscribe button. And you got to hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload new content. But I'm going to start off with playing this news report that I found here, if I can get it right.
Attorney accused of aggravated rape and assault. Art Horn is accused of choking and punching a woman. Jerica Phillips was in court today as he faced a judge himself.
Horn walks these halls nearly every day here at the Shelby County Criminal Justice Center, but Thursday he walked through the doors hoping to clear his name. Attorney Arthur.
Okay. Yeah, it is Arthur Horn. It says Art Horn. Okay.
Horn came down the escalators at 201 Poplar, showing very little emotion. He's used to the cameras. He's represented several high-profile cases, including rapper Yo Gotti.
What do you have to say about the charges you're facing?
You have to talk to my lawyer.
But now it's his own case making headlines. Horn went before a judge charged with aggravated rape and aggravated assault. According to a police report, an ex-girlfriend says Horn strangled, punched, and forced himself on her after they argued at her home.
I mean, why was that the answer? They argue and then he just decided he's going to punch her and then go ahead and rape her. That's just crazy.
We haven't even investigated the allegations thus far, so I haven't been able to talk with my client. I will do that today. And
look at this guy. To me, that's kind of scumbagish. It's just an attorney because he's a criminal defense attorney. As long as the money's right, he's going to try to defend. Because like right now, he's already saying that, I haven't even talked to him and I don't even know his point of view of it yet. All he knows is that he's accepted a retainer, or he may already have him on retainer where he's paying him every month anyway. And all he knows is that he's representing him. He don't even know if he did it or not or even talked to him about it.
We'll go from there.
It's not the first time Horn has been at the center of a domestic violence case. Back in November 2015, his on and off again girlfriend, Sherry Daly, was charged with assault and burglary after she reportedly smashed out a door with a golf club at his home. Horn's law partner, Murray Wells, says Horn is innocent and claims this is a gross overcharge. Horn is out of jail on a $75,000 bond and has been ordered to wear a GPS monitor.
I know he's a fine lawyer and a good man, and so I'm undertaking his representation now, and we look forward to it.
He knows he's a good lawyer and a good man. I think all lawyers think other lawyers are good people.
Horn's case was reset to March 28th.
All right. That's pretty much the end of that. Says his case is reset to the 28th. It's a few things. I think as far as, sexual assault goes, rape, anything with rape in it, even if you're underage, I think it should be punished to the further, as far as the extent of the law can. In some cases, like, if you happen to be, and these cases happen all the time. It was, I remember being one of my sons, well, he wasn't necessarily my son's friend, he went to school with my son, but he, at the time, because some kids are older in high school. So he was like, I want to say he was 18. He was an 18-year-old senior, which is kind of common, depends on how the birthday falls. But actually, that kid turned 19 right before he graduated. So he was older than the average kid, but then he went to prom with a freshman. And this freshman happened to be, which I found out later on, was considered a young freshman at 14. I was 14 when I was a freshman, but most of the freshmen now are like 15. Like it depends on how their birthday fall. So she was 14 and he took her to the prom and he's 19. And they're at the same high school, but, he's technically considered a man at they're 18. So the story went that he, it's the prom, had sex that night, supposedly, I don't know exactly what happened, but this is the way it was all explained. And what ended up happening was her parents followed through to charge the man. And I don't know if he ever got charged or not, because I don't know if he ever got convicted of it. Now, I never kept up with it. Like I said, I didn't know the family or anything like that, but I just remember it being in the paper, and he was I forgot what the charge is exactly, but it's when the person is underage. I can't think of what that charge is. Maybe I can look it up. But yeah, he was charged with this, and I don't know if he got convicted, but if he did, that's a felony, and then he would have to register. Everywhere he go, he would have to register about it, and that's crazy to me, because they go to the same high school, and I guess technically by law he was considered a man, but that's just here in the United States. If he was in another country, that wouldn't be considered, any kind of form of rape. So in that particular case, I don't really agree with that, but the law is the law. Technically, if she's a minor and you're over age, even though you go to the same high school, it's just those little cases like that I don't necessarily agree with. But this was aggravated rape. This attorney has physically assaulted his ex-girlfriend and decided he was going to force himself on her. It just goes to show you that human nature is human nature. So you look at this guy, it's like, well, he's this upstanding attorney. You wouldn't think that he would do anything like that. I mean, he appears to be a decent looking guy. He's a lawyer, so I imagine he makes really good money. And then, he's Yo Gotti's lawyer. And so, I mean, I would think he wouldn't have to force himself on any woman. And maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just did in this particular case, just to show power. That's what they say that happens with a lot of men. Men feel that's their power that they can take from somebody. But yeah, man, it's crazy. This lawyer's out here. This kind of thing is going on with a lawyer, man. I saw this story and I was like, man, this is crazy. So, I guess as time goes on, it's still developing. As it goes on, I'm gonna try to keep up with it and see if he gets convicted or if more comes out or different things like that. I was gonna make a short video anyway. I didn't want to run on too long with this. I was just shocked to see this video with an attorney, forcing himself on somebody. I wonder what Yo Gotti thinks of this, or is he just like, oh well, I don't have time for this. I'll just get a different attorney. You know what I mean? I was thinking, that's probably what I would do if I was a rapper or if he was my attorney. I may not need an attorney right away, but if I needed an attorney, I would just go get another one. I don't have time to be trying to chop this up with this guy and try to figure it all out. I would just get another attorney and just move on. But yeah, man, that's insane. There's another thing in the news too, and this is unrelated, other than the rapper with the RICO charge in Atlanta with the YSL with Young Thug and them. And they said they're calling 300 witnesses. 300. There's 300 witnesses that can testify to. If they're calling 300, that doesn't mean all 300 of them are going to testify against them. There may be some that don't, some that do. But I'll be led to believe you got 300 people, that's pretty much it for you. Most RICO charges anyway is pretty much it for you. But, man, when I saw that 300 witnesses, I said, oh, man, it's over. It is over. But yeah, as more develops with this attorney, I'm going to do more stories and see, if any new news comes out about the attorney, you'll be the first to know. But the only way to get that news, you got to like, share, subscribe. You got to hit the notification bell. So when I upload new content, you'll be the first to know. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this show up. It's your boy, Carlito Monroe. Peace.